Hi, I'm Jeremy Clark, professional hairstylist and salon owner, and today I'm going to show you the best way to straighten hair with a flat iron. When straightening your hair at home, it's important to remember the 3 T's: temperature, texture, and technique. Number 1, temperature. You don't want to use an iron that's too hot because you can actually scorch the hair. And this brings us into texture. If your hair is fine, you actually need less temperature than if your hair is coarse. So the thicker your hair, the more you can turn up that iron. But if you have fine hair, be sure to turn that temperature down so that you're not burning it. And then finally, your technique. I'm going to show you how to properly straighten your hair. At home, you're just going to need a rat tail comb, a vented brush, a ceramic iron with a temperature gauge, and a thermal protectant. Today I'm going to use the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Flat Iron Perfector Straightening Mist. So the first thing you want to do is analyze the texture of your hair. And you can see our model Jamie has slightly wavy, slightly coarse hair. So because her hair is slightly wavy and slightly coarse, that means I'm going to use a medium temperature on her. I don't want to go all the way up because I don't want to scorch the hair, but I don't want to go too low on the temperature because then you end up having to overdo it. So once you've analyzed your texture and set the correct temperature on your flat iron, go ahead and use a little bit of product. I'm just going to spray a bit on my hands here. And once you feel that wetness start to evaporate, you can go ahead and start bringing it through the hair. You don't want to go too close to the roots because that can make it greasy. So you just want to start about 1.5 inches out and go ahead and just distribute it through the rest of the ends. I'm going to work my way through the whole head of hair doing that. So once the product's in the hair, I'm going to go ahead and take my rat tail comb, section out the front side, and I'm going to take about a 3/4 inch section on the bottom, section that out. And this is where you go in with your flat iron. Be sure to brush the hair out, make sure there's no tangles. And then just lightly, without too much pressure. You don't want to press the hair, you just want to glide over it. And it's okay if you have to make a few passes. It's better to make a few passes than to really try to pull the hair straight. And you can see that just smooths right out for you. Moving on, next section, about 3/4 inch section. Pin the hair back. And same thing, get the tangles out. And go back in with your iron and just lightly glide over the top. It's also important to note I'm using a ceramic iron. Ceramic heats the hair from the inside out, so it does actually have the potential to damage the hair if you were to clamp down. So you just need to be really kind of quick and easy and smooth. So you can see on Jamie's hair, I'm just using about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. You don't want to go with a full inch, but about 1/2 inch is good. There's lots of the straightening mist in her hair. You can see that's what's kind of steaming off, and that's okay. That means the product's in there and it's doing its job. And again, you can see I'm just kind of quickly gliding through the hair. You never want to sit in one spot. You never want to use your strength to clamp down. You're just as lightly as you can gliding through. You always want to remember to straighten your hair when it's dry. Wet hair is actually more elastic. It can stretch further, but that also means it can stretch to the point of breaking. So dry hair is going to be in a state that's ready to be straightened by the heat without damaging. If you have really coarse, curly hair, it's not a bad idea to go in and blow dry first and just smooth the hair out as much as you can. It doesn't have to be bone straight, and then go back and flat iron after you've blow dried. What I'm actually doing is starting at the roots and rolling just with a slight curvature down through to the ends, and when I get to the ends I'm definitely bending the iron a little bit, almost as if I'm using a curling iron, so that you get a little bit of a bevel to it. And what that does is it makes it much more natural looking when it falls. There you go. We got lots of shine and luster in Jamie's hair. We used the 3 T's, temperature, texture, and technique, to really flat iron it the correct way so that we don't singe her hair or scorch it. We get beautiful results. There you go. That's how to straighten hair properly with a flat iron. I'm Jeremy Clark. Thanks for watching.